What up, YouTube? Team Movies here, and Happy New Year's. Now, of course, 2022 is pretty much among us, and of course, January is the first month here. So, I'm of course, talk about the TV shows that are premiering in the month of January, because there are a lot of stuff to look for, like lots of TV stuff to look forward to in this month. So, with that being said, here are what's premiering in the month of January. All right. Now, premiering on January 1st, I actually just saw it and just did my review for it. And that's a Harry Potter reunion special, which is a Harry Potter 20th anniversary return to Hogwarts. I thought it was really fantastic. So, if you guys have, I'm not going to go about details because I already did my review for it on here, so you can look for it there. But spoiler, alert, I know it was a really excellent reunion special. So, definitely give it a go if you guys haven't seen that. All right. Premiering on Monday, lots of stuff to look forward to. Monday, January 3rd, we got season 2 of Keenan, which I thought was a really good show. I mean, Keenan Thompson was great and all, so definitely give that one a go. Also premiering is 911 Lone Star season 3, which is a really cool spin-off series, so definitely give that one a go. There's also this reality show called That's My Jam, where Jimmy Fallon hosts some of today's biggest stars as they play variety of music, dance, and stuff like that. So, yeah, pretty much another music competition. Like we haven't seen that, you know, seen much of that before. So cool. And okay, we do also got The Bachelor season 26, which let's be fair, I could care a chulumpa piss about. All right, I really don't watch Bachelor. So if you're a fan of that stuff, cool. Give season 100 a go. No, season 26. Okay, it's thing ended up going past by season 100. So probably the longest running thing they've ever put out. So okay. All right. Thursday, January 4th. If you got preschoolers, there's some show called Action Pack on Netflix, which I don't even know too much about, but I know it's just a preschool show. So there's that. Boy, Nickelodeon is slowly becoming PBS Kids now. Anyway, on Netflix is slowly becoming PBS Kids now, or Nick Jr. now. So cool, I guess. All right. Also premiering on that. Also premiered that day. We got shows that actually just premiered their first episode, but it'll be completely premiering in November in January on NBC. There's American Auto, Grand Crew, and Abbott Elementary. They actually premiered their first episode in December. It was more of a sneak peek thing, so they gotta continue their season in January now. So keep an eye out for those. By the way, I actually thought Abbott Elementary was a really fun little sitcom, so I'll probably give the next few episodes a go. There's also Judge Steve Harvey. Like we haven't had much courtroom shows before. Now this actually seems like it could be really fun. Real life people with real life conflicts will present their case in Harvey's courtroom, ranging from family disputes, unpaid bets, sour friendship, and everything in between. Okay, this looks this actually looks pretty fun. I mean, you know, other, other than Judge Judy, I don't really watch much of these courtroom shows and stuff like that. But this looks like it'd be really fun to watch. Whoever knew that Steve Harvey had even had a judge license, but all right. Also premiering on January 4th, we got Blackish, the final season, as well as This Is Us, which is also coming to an end. So could be cool to see how they're gonna end those shows are. Wednesday, January 5th, we got Catfish the season the series season 9, which by the way I used to always like the Catfish show, but to be honest, it has been getting a little off real. I don't know, maybe because Max is not on the show anymore, maybe that's why. But I always thought Max and Neve always had some great chemistry. I mean, the girl who like replaced Max is cool and everything, but they just don't have the same chemistry as Neve had. So maybe that's it. But I don't know. I'll probably give season 9 a go. It's always fun seeing seeing these catfishes get their dues and stuff like that. I mean, And by the way, if you guys have not really ever watched the Catfish documentary, which is actually what the show inspired, do yourself a favor, watch the documentary. The documentary is really terrific. But anyway, all right. Also premiering on Wednesday, January 5th, we got I Can See Your Voice, CBS. We also got Good Sam, starring Sophia Bush and Jason Isaacs, who, by the way, of course, was one of the persons in the Harry Potter special, which I love Jason Isaacs. I'm still hoping he gets nominated for Mask, but he hasn't really been even getting nominated for the Golden Globe stuff like that. So, yeah. But anywho, now Good Nurse is pretty much another like medical show, which like we haven't seen any of those before. But becomes a top surgeon at Lakeshore Central and father, Dr. Rob Griffith, played by Isaac, falls into a coma. Her life becomes complicated when he awakens and wants to resume surgery, which means Samantha would be supervising him. I don't know. It could be interesting. I mean, I do quite like Jason Isaacs. I like Sophia Bush, so could be an interesting series. Who knows? All right. We also got Chicago PD season 9, so there's that. Thursday, January 6th, we got this show called Woman in the of the Movement, which is actually really intriguing series right here. Now, of course, this is pretty much a series about the Emmett Till case. And if you guys don't know much about Emmett, he sadly passed away in the 50s after whistling at this white girl who and like her boyfriends or whoever they were pretty much killed the poor kid. And so it also set up the civil rights movement. I mean, this is a tree. We do got story about the Till as well, which is titled Till, which comes out in October. But one of the movement does look intriguing. You got Adrian Warren, who plays Till's mother, Mammy Till. You got Cedric Joe. I thought it was really good in the recent Space Jam movie, so here to see him in this. So it does look like it could be really intriguing. And they also got something after called Let the World See, which supposed to be like celebrities talk about the civil rights movement, stuff like that. So it could be intriguing to watch. So we'll see how that shapes up. All right, we also got some show called Joe Millionaire for Richard Pryor, which looks horrible. Go Big Show season 2. How do you have a show called Go Big Show and not even think of adding the Big Show in there? That's odd, but anywho. Friday, January 7th, we got Johnny Test season 2, which, by the way, I like the original Johnny Test. This new one is not so good. Like, the animation is horrible. I'm like, what the heck did they do to Johnny Test? All right. We got Search Party season 5 coming to HBO Max. Penn and Teller Force season 8 coming to the CW. We got the show on Netflix called Hype House, where from humble. Here's what this is about, and it looks horrible. From humble beginnings to overnight fame, these are the stories of the most popular personalities on social media as they come into their own, fall in love, and tackle new chapters in their life. Long story short, this is mostly about TikTok stars. Yeah, it looks bad. I mean, maybe this is it for me and everything. I mean, I don't really do TikTok or nothing like that. And I already know that TikTok stars should not even be acting. I've already said that when I was talking about He's All That, for Addis Ray. Yeah, this looks completely terrible. So, what the heck? Is it me or is Netflix starting to become MTV or VH1 now? Like, seriously, with these dumb reality shows they do. But it is what it is, I guess. There are probably some people who do enjoy those, so, cool to yeah. All right. Also, premiering, there's Undercover Boss season 11 on CBS. Sunday, January 9th, there's Call Me Cat, which of course stars Mayim Bialik, which, by the way, I actually just saw on the show last season. I was not too big with on the first season. So, I mean, I like Leslie Jordan and Proud Family girl, Kyla Pratt, but the show was not all that funny in my opinion, and it's a shame too because I do quite like Mayim Bialik. I mean, I myself haven't really watched her. To be honest, I haven't really watched Jeopardy. It's not because of her, because I don't know, just watching Jeopardy isn't the same without my grandma being around anymore. So I haven't really watched Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune since my grandmother passed. So yeah, but I don't know. There are some it got renewed, so there are probably some people who do like it. So all right. Uh, Now, also premiering on Sunday, January 9th, we got the show called Paladin, where after the death of their friend, Colleen, three friends, Amy, Jody, and Sarah, decides that life is too short and must pivot their lives in new direction as they make their impulsive choices in an impact to find happiness. It strains their friendship. The series stars Maggie Q. I love Maggie Q. Jennifer Goodwin, nice to see her coming back on TV since Once Upon a Time, and Eliza Cope, who I loved on that Future Man show. This show could be a train. We'll have to wait to see how it shapes up. Now, of course, there's the Critics' Choice Awards, which I believe got delayed because of the Omicron. So, not really sure why it's still listed as a release date, but we'll see if it still goes on or not. All right. We also got on Adult Swim. We also got a show called Smiley Friends, which features the voice of Finn Wolfhard and his brother Nick Wolfhard. And it's pretty much like Smiley Friend Inc. is a small company whose main purpose is to bring happiness to its clients. The series follows the day-to-day lives and misadventures of its representatives, the lazy, cynical Charlie, and the cheerful, optimistic Pim, as they try to cheer and comfort the troubled people who call their company's hotline and help them with their problems. I mean, could be cool. As of right now, the only Adult Swim show I really do appreciate is Rick and Morty, but they had some really decent shows like that Burger On that was pretty funny. So maybe this could be interesting. Who knows? All right. Now, also premiering Sunday, January 9th, we also got Righteous Gemstones Season 2 with Adam Devine, John Goodman. Look forward to check out Season 2. But maybe my anticipated show premiering in the month of January is none other than Euphoria Season 2. I mean, the first show, I didn't really, knew too much about at all. And I mean, it is insane that it is really insane to believe that Euphoria, the first season, premiered all the way back in 2019. I mean, obviously the pandemic has something to do with that, and stuff like that. But man, I am so much looking forward to check out season 2. Gangs in there, who of course won her Emmy for the first season. Hunter Schafer, I think she is terrific. Uh, Sydney Sweeney is great. Jacob Elordi. I mean, this show features a lot of risque stuff. It features drugs, sex, and stuff like that. So I'm definitely looking forward to see where they're going to take season 2 at. It does look intriguing, so we'll see how it shapes up. All right, Tuesday, January 11th is Superman Lois Season 2, which I thought the first season was pretty decent, so we'll see where Season 2 is going to go from here. We got Naomi, which is a new CW series, which is set to follow the tired character Naomi, played by Casey Welfare. This girl who starts to question if superheroes are real and she ends up pretty much discovering much more than she expected. And hold up my things about that. Okay. Anyway, this does look like to be really intriguing. It is from Ava DuVernay, who could be a hit this once in a while, but she has been really good in the TV realm. So this could be intriguing to watch. We'll have to wait and see how it shapes up. All right. Also on January 4th, we got Wipeout Season 2 with John Cena, which I'm going to be talking about here way too pretty soon. Thursday, January 13th, we got a Peacock series called Wolf Like Me, which stars Josh Gad and Isaac Fisher. Now, here's what this is about. Everyone brings up their own set of baggage to a new relationship, and Gary and Mary are no different. Gary is an emotional wreck and struggles to provide for his daughter since the death of his wife. Mary has a secret that she can't bring herself to share with anyone, The universe brought these two together for a reason. They just need to keep following the science. Now, this does look intriguing, so maybe, I mean, I love Josh Gad and Isaac Fisher, so it could be interesting to watch. All right. Also premiering, of course, speaking of John Cena, we got Peacemaker, which I am so pumped to check the series out, especially after the end of the Suicide Squad. I'm so much looking forward to see where they're going to take this Peacemaker series at. John Cena, I thought was terrific in the Suicide Squad, and of course they actually just dropped like a Red Band trailer yesterday, and this show does have a little bit of a Deadpool vibe to it, but it looks fun, looks entertaining. Cannot wait to see where they're going to take the series to. All right. Friday, January 14th, we got the return of Afterlife Season 2 with Richard Gervais returning. We got this Netflix series called Archive 81, which is a Netflix horror series. And here's the plot for this. It's cent- it centers on Dan Turner, an activist who takes a mysterious job restoring a collection of damaged videotapes from 1994 and finds himself restructuring the work of documentary filmmaker Melanie Penders and her investigation into a dangerous code. As Dan is drawn into Melody's story, he becomes convinced that he can't save her from the terrifying end she met 25 years ago. The cast includes the likes of Mamadou Ati from Get Down fame, Dina Shabai. We also got the likes of Martin Donovan, Matt McGarry, Julia Chen, and loads of others. It does look intriguing. Or I should say, it sounds intriguing. They haven't really dropped the trailer yet, but it does sound really creepy too. So I don't know. I do love a good horror anthology series, and maybe this could be intriguing. Who knows? And Affy, I was actually a fan of him ever since I saw him in this little movie a couple years ago called Patty Cakes. He was so good in that film. All right. Also premiering, we got Secrets of the Software Spring Season 2 coming to Disney. For all you Ray Donovan fans, we got Ray Donovan the movie with William Schreiber returning. Sunday, January 16th, we got on HBO, we got Somebody Somewhere, uh, which actually stars, speaking of patty cakes, which stars a patty cake star Bridget Everett, and it's pretty much like inspired by her life and all, and it's set in her native Kansas, where Sam, played by Everett, is a true Kansas, and on the surface, but beneath it all, she's struggling to fit in the small town and all. It does look really intriguing. I mean, Bridget Everett was also really good on this short-lived HBO series called Camping. She was great on that. I mean, I'm intrigued to check this one out. It does look pretty funny, so maybe it'll be pretty good. Who knows? All right. Oh, and I sort of skipped some stuff. Did I skip anything? I also skipped a few stuff as well. Wednesday, January 12th, we got Cheer Season 2 returning. And we also got a really intriguing series called Relatively Famous Ranch Rules, which I'm not into reality shows or anything, but this actually does look really intriguing. I mean, if you guys don't really, know much about the, premise here, let me pull up the synopsis. All right, now here is the crazy synopsis for Relatively Famous. Eight celebrities, offsprings, venture from Hollywood and come together to live and work as ranch hands for 4 weeks in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, hoping to prove themselves their parents, and the world that they are more than their last name. They'll take on a series of outrageous, messy, and challenging jobs in an attempt to prove that they're more than just their famous last names. Now, let me pull up the main cast here. Some of the cast includes the likes of David Hasselhoff, one of David Hasselhoff's stars. We got Shaquille O'Neal's son supposed to be in this. Billy Bob Thornton's son. Pat Benatar's Dora. I mean, we got some really cool famous names here. So, or famous names, kids, I should say. I don't know. It could possibly be interesting. We'll have to wait and see how it shapes up. But this is pretty much the same place that gave us, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So maybe I shouldn't have too much high hopes for this thing, but all right. Now, let's go back here. Tuesday, January 18th, we got How I Met Your Father coming to Hulu, which of course stars Hilary Duff, which I'm actually interested in. I do quite like How I Met Your Mother, so really interested to see and sadly, who knows if we're ever going to get Lizzie McGuire back. So if we can't get that back, nice to see Hilary Duff come back to TV in some form here. And of course, we got Kim Cattrall, who's actually voicing the future, so that's interesting. It does look like it could be really fun, so I don't know, maybe it'll be good. Who knows? All right. Thursday, January 20th, we got Looney Tunes season 4 coming to HBO Max. On Nickelodeon, we got Warp, which follows Milo, the beloved head geek and manager at a popular comic book store, whose microcosm is disrupted when his boss hires the loud and excitable Ruby. Despite their differences, the two form an unlikely alliance when they team up to create the next great superhero franchise. I have not been a fan of most of Nickelodeon content. All right, I mean all that reboot's wasn't so bad. But to be honest, I don't know. Nickelodeon just hasn't really done the best stuff. I miss the days when they did stuff like Drake and Josh, Victoria, Zoe 101, etc. But I don't know. Maybe this could be a train. I just saw some of the preview for this. It does look pretty fun. So I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a go. We'll see. All right. Also premiering. Also premiering that day, we got Super Natural Academy, which comes to Peacock, which is an animated series that chronicles the adventures of sisters marked at birth. One twin sister was raised in the supernatural world, confident and the popular. The other was raised in the human world, where an offbeat outsider. They now they're about to be reunited at the Supernatural Academy, and neither of them are thrilled about it. It does sound like it'd be really cool, so we'll see how this one shapes up. Also premiering that day, we got on Freeform, we got a show called Single Drunk Female, which sounds interesting. It stars Sophia Black, DL, loved in the mech, and also 80s icon Alice Sheedy. Here's what this is about. A public flame out at a New York media company forces 20-something alcoholic Samantha to move back home with her overbearing mother. Samantha then sets out on a path to figure out the best self while confronted what remains of her own life. It does look really cool. I mean, Alice she is an 80s icon with the Breakfast Club and loads of other great stuff. So I'm glad, always great to see her come back on screen. This could be a treat, so maybe it'll be something decent. All right, Fred. Friday, January 21st, we got on Amazon. We got a show called As We See It, which here's what this is about. Jack, Harrison, and Violet, three roommates on the autism spectrum, try to get and keep jobs, make friends, fall in love, and navigate the world that eludes them. Now, some of my favorite recent shows have involved autism characters, such as A Good Doctor, A Typical. So I'm definitely intrigued to check this one out. It could, I don't know, maybe it could be Amazon's Atypical. It does have an Atypical vibe to it, so maybe it could be a train. And Rick Glassman is also in this. He's always a really talented, so could be cool, I guess. All right. For you Fraggle Rocks fans, we got Fraggle Rock Back to the Road, where Goobo, Red, Wembley, Mookie, Boomer, and the new Fraggle Rock friends embark on an epic adventure. I mean, I was not too big with the Fraggle Rocks, when I was a kid. I of course did remember watching Jim Henson stuff. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I was a kid, I actually did watch Sesame Street when I was a kid. I'm not gonna lie, but and I've always loved Jim Henson's work. Like, Muppets, Sesame Street aside, whether you talk about Jim Henson stuff, where you talk about Labyrinth, etc. He has always put out some really, like, the Henson Company has always put out some of the cool stuff. And this, I don't know, it could be a train revival for Fraggle Rock. So we'll see how this one shapes up. All right. Also returning, we got Servant season 3. Speaking of Harry Potter, Rupert Grint's in that one, so that's pretty cool. Ozark season 4, which I believe is the final season. Pokemon Master Journey season 2 is returning, so that should be interesting. Sunday, January 23rd, we got Villains season 6, which I think is the final season. I should have double checked that. But for you Villains fans, that's returning. Monday, January 24th, we got The Gilded Age coming to HBO, which is a period piece show where a wide-eyed young scion of a conservative family embarks on a mission to infiltrate the wealthy neighboring clan dominated by ruthless railroad tycoon George Russell, his rakish son Larry, and his ambitious wife Bertha. Now, the cast in this thing is insane. Let me put up the cast list. I mean, for one, it's of course from the same people who gave us Downton Abbey. And I was not really a fan of the Downton Abbey show, to be honest with you. But this actually looks like the trailers for this actually look incredible. Let me put up the cast list here. All right, the cast includes the likes of Christine Baranski, Cynthia Nixon, who's of course on the new Sex and the City revival, Morgan Spector, Carrie Coon, Taissa Farmiga. So yeah, you got some really cool cast members in this, and it actually takes place in New York City, so could be cool. All right, Monday, January 24th, we got Promised Land coming to ABC about two Atlantic families for wealth and power in California's Sonoma Valley. So this could be interesting. We got American Dad season 11 coming to TBS. I mean, American Dad was always cool. I mean, it wasn't like on par with, like, let's say Family Guy or anything like that. But I still always quite like American Dad, so could be cool to see season 11 there. All right, Wednesday, January 26th, we got Resident Alien season 2 coming to Sci-Fi, which I thought the first season was really decent. I mean, you literally got Alan Tudyk as an alien, so it's like, I kid you not, this show is pretty much like Law and Order if it involved aliens. So yeah, not a bad little show right here. Now we also got a really interesting show that actually I did not even knew too much about, but I saw like the little preview for this, and it looks intriguing. It's called Astrid and Lily Saves the World. Astrid and Lily opens a portal to another dimension and must save humanity from a monster invasion. Now, this is of course from Sci-Fi, who maybe this will I don't know, maybe this will hold me down until Chucky returns and all. But this does look intriguing. The two friends look decent. I mean, I don't know, looks very trippy, but I'll give it a go. All right, Thursday, January 27th, we got some show called Fast Foodies coming to the Food Network. I'm hungry just looking at that. We got Grown-ups season 4 coming to Freeform. Now, it looks like Grown-ups is not ending, so that's cool, I guess. I mean, Blackish is ending, but cool that some of the parts of the it's just Universe is dead. I wonder what's gonna happen with the, like, I wonder if they're still doing the grandparents one. You guys remember, like, I believe it was last year, maybe the following year, when it was announced that ABC is gonna be doing like another Blackish spinoff featuring Lawrence Fishburne and Jennifer Lewis. I wonder if that's still happening, but yeah, we'll see. All right, Sunday. Oh, sorry. Friday, January 20th. We got a really interesting show, but one of the weirdest titles I've ever heard. I kid you not. Here's the actual title for the show: The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. Yes, say that name 3 times. Now here's what it's about. Now it stars Krista Bell, her first major show since The Good Place ended. For Heartbroken Anna, played by Kristen Bell, every day is the same. She sits with her wine, staring out the window, watching life go by without her. But when that handsome neighbor, played by Tom Raleigh, and his adorable daughter, played by Sam Star Yet, move across the street, Anna starts to see the light at the end of the tunnel. That is until she witnesses a gruesome murder, or did she? I don't know. This was like a better version of The Woman in the Window. I'll put it that way. I like Kristen Bell, so I do love a good murder mystery series, so could be a train. Speaking of murder mystery show, we got on Apple we got a show called The After Party, which is about a murder that takes place at a high school reunion, and all the attendees remembers the favorite night differently. Now this is of course from Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who I always love them. I mean, of course they are the same people who gave us. Of course, they gave us Into the Spider Verse. The direction stuff includes likes of 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street. The TV work, of course, includes Last Man on Earth. So this could be a train, and the cast is really cool right here. Let me pull up the cast list. I remember who everyone in the show. All right, the cast includes likes of Tiffany Haddish, who's actually playing like the detective here, pretty much like a version of Hurley Hello from Marilyn Express, or a version of Daniel Craig's character from Knives Out. But anyway, the insane cast in this includes the likes of Ben Schwartz, Sam Richardson, Dave Franco, Alina Glazer, Ike Barinholtz, John Early. I mean, this does look intriguing. The trailers for this thing has looked interesting. I haven't really watched too much of shows from Apple. Like, I should still get on the Ted Lasso bandwagon. I've been always meaning to watch that show, but I always keep forgetting about it. I really need to get on that bandwagon. But I don't know. This does look like it could be really intriguing though. So sign me up. Always do love anything that involves murder in it, so could be cool. All right. Oops. Sorry for that. Also, for all you Angry Birds fans, we got Angry Birds Summer Madness coming to Netflix. Could be cool, I guess. Coming to Sunday, January 3rd, we got Monarch coming to Fox, which actually, now here's what this is about. Monarch is a multi generational music drama about the Romans. Family is headed to the Dottie Roman and Abby Roman, who have created a country music dynasty together. However, the origins of the dynasty isn't what it seems. Roman's daughter, Nikki, uh, Roman steps in and does all she can to protect the dynasty's reign in country music while asserting her own startup. Now, the series also stars the likes of Susan Sarandon, Trace Atkins, and it kind of looks like Empire, but with country music. I am getting a bit of an Empire vibe, but instead of rap, it's country music. So I guess you could consider Nashville more as like Empire for country music, but I'm getting it like I don't know, maybe it's like Empire meets Nashville, I guess. Who knows if this thing could be good, but I like Susan Sarandon. Trace Atkins is a cool one. And I don't mind country music either. I mean, granted, I never really grew up with country music, but I have, listened to country music, when I used to live out in Virginia. So I do have appreciation for country music. So I don't know. This could be a train. All right. Also Sunday, January 30th, we got a Bill Cosby documentary called "We Need to Talk About Cosby," which is gonna turn lots of heads right there. So I'm, I don't know. I'm interested in it. It could be a drink, so we'll see how that thing shapes up. Monday, January 31st, we got the Grammy Awards. That if it does get delayed due to the Omicron. And also another documentary on a Lifetime. Yeah, premiering on Lifetime. We actually got a Janet Jackson documentary, which they don't have an actual release date for, but it will be premiering sometime in January. So I love Janet Jackson, so that could be cool, I guess. But pretty much that's all that's premiering. Of course, there are also returning shows, such as like the Goldbergs returning, the Good Doctors returning. I believe Family Guy's returning after a hiatus. So got some really cool shows come back in the month of January. Anyway, let me let you guys. Which of these shows or even premieres are you looking forward to? If I have to do maybe like a top 10 list, my 10 would probably be Monarch. The actually looks really intriguing. 9 would be As We See It. 8 would be Superman and Lois. 7 would be Blackish. Season 8. 6 is a woman in the house across the street from the girl in the window. 5 Women in the Movement. Uh, 4 I also had Harry Potter 20th anniversary, but I already saw that, so maybe I should replace that with something else. 3 of course the After Party. 2 Euphoria, and number 1 will be Peacemaker. Anyway, as I was saying, which of these are you more interested in? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Sim Sign out.